What do you?
What's up, tribe? It's TECHNOSHAMAN, and here we have 60 Seconds, the game that I'll be running in part 2 of our Gamer Tales series. So just a reminder for those who are tuning back in, or just information for those who are just turning in, what we're doing is actually having guest gamers come onto the channel for a variety of roguelike narrative-based games and providing us with narrative renditions of the events therein. So they are going to be playthroughs, just utilizing a variety of different guests that we've met through Twitch, tabletop gaming, and other environments. So today we're going to have a run-through of 60 seconds. This episode proved to be pretty wild, and I hope you all enjoy. So sit back and enjoy the ride, tribe.
Day 1. All of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans, we'll sleep on cans, we'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. Plenty of water means we don't have to worry about that for some time. This is the best stocked shelter we've ever seen. We've never seen another one, but we're sure this is a good amount of supplies. Time to ration supplies. So, what's left? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cans of soup and 6 bottles of water. Okay. So, guess we'll give some people some water. Ooh. And we'll give everyone some soup. Chicken noodle, I hope. It's hard being down here, living here. We need to make the best of it, or else we might find ourselves in even more trouble. Day 2. Lights are starting to flicker. That can't be good. Bug spray, ammunition, gas mask, first aid kit, good. Ooh, a padlock in case we need to lock someone up. Map, I see a flashlight, a Boy Scout manual. Nice. Suitcase in case anybody wants to leave. Checkers, and a notebook. It's easy to feel a bit down when living underground like this. No sunshine, no sky. We need to get rid of that pessimism and try to bring some cheerfulness into our lives. Mary Jane says she's fine and doesn't need anything. Nothing new to report on Timmy. Today's been fine for Dolores thus far. Ted seems to be doing all right even. Though the world has gone to shit. A crappy place. Time to ration supplies. Soup and water for everyone? Okay, day 2. Our neighborhood is still highly radioactive. Trips to the surface are a big risk for our health right now. Ted is vigorous enough to withstand the hazards of the wasteland. Dolores is in pretty good shape. Wasteland is no match for Mary Jane. Timmy is in good health and full of optimism. Should we start preparing an expedition for tomorrow? Ooh, an expedition. Let's go expediting. It's hard to keep track of time down here. We can't tell if it's night or day. Our sleeping patterns are messed up. These terrible light bulbs are not helping. Too bad we can't replace them. There has to be something else we can do about this. Medkit, okay, that's important. Oh, they look so bored. Day 3. Our first aid kit was well stocked with a variety of medicinal supplies, including a pack of sleeping pills. We never thought we would use them, but in these conditions it's the right thing to do. Also, it was a nice change from our usual diet of tomato soup. We're all rested now and can enjoy our time in the shelter. Or can we? Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying so out loud. Timmy is on his best behavior. How long will it last? Today's been fine for Dolores thus far. There isn't much going on with Ted. No trouble, nothing new. Time to ration supplies. Should I just not feed people today? Let's see what happens if I don't feed them for a day. Enough sitting around. It's time to visit the surface and look for some additional supplies. Maybe something survived the blast. Maybe someone is still alive. Let's find out. What to take outside? Let's see. I got nothing. So who should go outside? Let's send Ted. And oh, okay. So he can take something. The gas mask, maybe? Yeah. Okay. Day 4. Ted's gone. It's always better when things are calm. Luckily, nothing new happened to Mary Jane today. Timmy seems okay, as much as he can be in our current situation. Dolores is doing quite well, or she just can't find anything to complain about today. Ted left for the surface. We hope he'll be back soon. It's a blank page. Okay. Time to ration supplies. Yeah, let's feed everybody today. Actually, yeah, and some water. Though I think they're getting kind of tired of tomato soup. Knock knock. This sound always surprises and confuses us. It could mean anything, good or bad. But we're always curious. Should we open the door? Sure, let's open the door. Day 5. Mary Jane ain't looking too good. Opening that hatch was a bit risky. It seems it gave us some awful sickness. That coughing is driving us crazy. Mary Jane caught something nasty. Timmy is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. Today was relatively calm for Dolores. Okay. So, Dolores, let's give Dolores some water. Mary Jane some water. I think Timmy will be okay for now. And yeah. This dreadful silence is becoming boring, and like every happy model family, we don't have that many things to talk about. Is there anything we can do about that? Anything at all? Day 6. People aren't looking well. There's nothing here. Maybe if we try really hard we can hear the neighbors in their shelter. Mary Jane is really tired. Timmy is really tired. Dolores is really tired. I think I need to feed and water everyone. They're looking kind of meh. And medkit, yeah, is empty. Huh. Great. There are only so many things you can do in a tiny bunker, so we thought, hey, why not play some games? They're not just for kids, you know. Day 7. Oh, he's back. He sounds radioactive. We played hide and seek. The longest round we were able to play lasted for about 10 seconds, and that was only because the lights went out for a moment. Ted has safely returned from his voyage to the surface. Who are you going to call when the world is on fire? The fire department. We were thrilled to find the place still running. Firefighters redecorated the place and redid their outfits. Most of the walls were messily painted in black and red, and the firemen helmets now have a grim skull symbol on them. We never thought our local firefighters had such artistic souls. So alternative. Near the garage, we found a few firefighters shooing off some giant mutated cockroaches with a fire hose. We joined in on the fun and managed to fill some bottles with water in the process. 3 water. Outside, next to the entrance, we found a mannequin dressed in police uniform nailed to the wall with a fire axe. It must have been an art installation of sorts, and we were sorry to ruin it, but we really needed that axe. If we don't cure Mary Jane soon, who knows what will happen. Despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble we're going through, Timmy is being very brave. Everything seems okay with Dolores. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted is really tired. Well, let's feed and water Ted. I think he deserves it after that. And, Mary Jane. She's not well. Okay, I think that's good for now. The contamination of our town is still strong. Scavenging in these conditions could result in radiation sickness. Okay, there's no way we can send Ted out. Dolores is too feeble. Mary Jane will die, and sending Timmy out of the question. Oh, I'm in trouble. We need medical supplies, and what we have is a bad joke. Time to do something about it. That bug spray is just standing there. Why don't we use it to make drugs? This is an amazing idea. You can use that to make drugs? Okay. It's worth a try. Day 8. Ooh. They don't look good. What do you know? Combining American innovation and deadly bug spray can result in just enough drugs to replenish an empty first aid kit. We'll worry about the side effects later. We had to test our drugs on someone. Obviously, the adults had to be the lab rats for science. Mary Jane didn't cause any trouble today, and no trouble dared to cross her path. No news is good news. There's nothing new going on with Timmy. Everything seems okay with Dolores. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted got sick. Yeah. Give the med kit to Ted. And give everybody water. And, oh god, 2 cans of soup left. And everybody food. We gotta get somebody outside. Ugh, we still can't get anyone outside. Looks like the area is still irradiated. Going to the wasteland right now is still unsafe unless you don't mind getting sick. And nobody seems to be in condition to go. Oh, this is not good. Okay, ever since we jumped into our fallout shelter, we've been wondering about that other door in the shelter. Should it even be here? Where does it lead? It's high time we checked it out. There's a door. So, take the flashlight and let's go investigate the door. Day 9. Holy cow, this is one lucky day. While browsing through the junk in the room, we found a working radio. Let's put it to good use. It's always better when things are calm. Luckily, nothing new happened to Mary Jane today. Nothing new to report on Timmy. Life is hard for all of us right now, but Dolores is in a good mood today. We hope it'll stay this way. Ted is hungry. Ted has recovered from his sickness. Oh, we got 1 can of soup left. Ugh. Well, let's water everybody. House? Okay. Let's feed Ted. And continue. See if we can get him outside. Ugh. Still no condition. Still irradiated. Yeah. This is not. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in, but we'll have to leave eventually. It would be good to head straight to safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble, if that's even possible in this situation. Our hope is that our brave soldiers will come to rescue us and take us to some well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy had comics about those, so you know they must exist. All we need to do is make contact with the military. Well, let's try out this radio we found. Day 10. We knew it. The government has not fallen and they're coming to save us. They didn't give exact dates in their radio transmission, but we're sure they won't keep us waiting long. They said they will be in touch in a couple of days and told us to await further instructions. Mary Jane is still rather sick. Timmy is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. Dolores is quite calm given the situation. Ted is hungry. Nice picture. Oh. Water, everyone. Feed Ted. Let's see if we can get him out to scavenge. No. Okay. Still high radioactive and still a big risk. Our patient is wearing thin. We thought it would be a good idea to take a quick look outside to see if there's any trouble in the area. As we were about to step out, a pair of animal eyes flashed in the darkness, and their owner started growling in a most terrifying way. We had only moments to decide what to do. Blind him with the flashlight? Day 11. We decided to check what's coming for us with our flashlight. Guess what? It was a dog. The poor thing seemed tired, so we let it stay with us for the night. The next morning, we opened the door to let it out. It still hasn't returned. Hopefully it'll come back later. If we don't cure Mary Jane soon, who knows what will happen. No news is good news. There's nothing new going on with Timmy. Dolores has rested. There's nothing new going on with Ted. Nothing new anyway. I think everybody's gonna have to go a day without anything. We didn't expect to get a phone call so soon after the atomic bomb drop, yet here we are. We can clearly hear a phone ringing outside. It must be the public phone booth on the other side of the street. Should someone go answer it? Well, looks like Dolores is the only one well enough to do it. Let's go see who's calling. Day 12. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. We were glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. Mary Jane is still rather sick. Nothing new to report on Timmy. Dolores is quite calm given the situation. Ted seems to be doing all right, even though the world has gone to a crappy place. Time to ration supplies. Ugh. Water. And move on. Okay. This area is still irradiated. Still unsafe, but I think we're gonna have to send Dolores out because we need food and water. We got scared a bit today when all of a sudden our map just fell off the wall. Maybe our shelter is haunted. When the map fell down, it revealed some sort of safe behind it. We don't remember installing it, but we can probably crack it. Well, we technically have all the time in the world to do it. Should we try? Sure, why not? Nothing better to do. Day 13. And we got sick and tired. We were expecting big sums of money and some gold bars inside, but found nothing of the sort. It's probably for the best. They would be useless right now. Instead, we found some other stuff that might prove useful. Ah, +1 water. Mary Jane has rested. Timmy might not look like it, but he's a strong young boy. He's doing just fine. Everything seems okay with Dolores. Ted seems to be doing all right, even though the world has gone to bleep. Hey, grabby place. Yeah, just pass. We've been preparing for this expedition since yesterday and feel ready to go right now. Who should be the lucky one to venture into the unknown? Yeah, let's send Mary Jane. What's the worst that can happen? She gets there. Okay. Day 14. Mary Jane went outside. I hope she hurries back soon. Like the good scout he is, Timmy is making the best out of this situation. He even seems cheerful. Dolores is quite calm given the situation. There isn't much going on with Ted. No trouble. Nothing new. Water. And that's it. It's been a while. We don't know much about what's happening on the surface. We only had a chance to tune into some emergency radio broadcast and learn a thing or two. Now let's crank up the radio. Day 15. We were able to get a weak signal and tapped into government's emergency announcement service. And guess what? Great news! The fallout outside is mostly gone. It should be much safer to travel on the surface now. Timmy should eat something. Everything seems okay with Dolores. This morning's been calm enough for Ted. He's doing well. Well, let's give Timmy a little bit of soup. And yeah, move on. We were about to take a cautious peek outside when a furry beast jumped on us. Good thing our hearts were not battered by a fat, heavy hamburger diet, because it was our dog friend and not a mutant lurking to chew our bones. Good boy. He seems to be hungry. Shall we give him something to eat? No. Day 16. The last thing we are going to do is feed strays when we have barely enough to keep ourselves alive. None of us are very happy about it, but that's how it is. Despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble we are going through, Timmy is being very brave. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Ted is not complaining today, at least not very much. Oh, everybody's gonna... Yeah, no, keep going. Our ammunition is missing. There's no way it was stolen, so it had to be here somewhere. We need to find it. Well, let's pull out the handy-dandy flashlight and take a look around. Day 17. Mary Jane was supposed to be back in a few days. It's been too long. We fear something bad has happened to her. The first thing we found was a forgotten deck of cards. Dolores used it for solitaire back in the day until the kid lost a few of the cards. We can now play semi-solitaire. Found it. The ammunition clip was covered by a can. Too bad it was empty, but at least we have our bullets back. Timmy prefers apple juice, but right now we should get him some water. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Water is all Dolores wants. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted needs water to survive. Ted has rested. Well, let's give everybody water. Yeah. The state of the wasteland remains unknown to us. Maybe we should risk it and go out. After all, you only live once. Ted seems to be okay, and Dolores is okay. So yeah, let's prep for another expedition. Surviving down here is no walk in the park, and it won't get easier. We're hopeful this will blow over soon, and life will be back to what it used to be. Or else we might face dangers we've never dreamt of. Day 18. It's hard not to worry considering our current situation. Some days we're still struggling to deal with this shelter life, but we can't lose hope. Despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble we're going through, Timmy is being very brave. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Nope. Who are we gonna send? Ted or Dolores? Ted or Dolores? Let's send Dolores this time. And what should we take? Initiative eggs. Take the Boy Scout manual. That could come in useful. Day 19. There's more room in here now. Like the good scout he is, Timmy is making the best of this situation. He even seems cheerful. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she'll make it back safe and sound. Ted's stomach is rumbling. No, another day of fasting. Today, the music from the radio stopped abruptly, and instead we got to listen to a transmission from the Army. We were almost halfway to the door when they started talking about evacuation, but it turns out there is something we need to do first. All survivors were asked to leave a sign that we're alive somewhere in the area. The exact location was given in geographical coordinates. We need a map to establish where that is. Good thing we got one of those. Day 20. A quick glance at the map gave us all the information we required. We left them a message in a bottle. Timmy doesn't need much, but he should drink. Ted looks very weak. If he doesn't eat today, it might end really badly. If Ted doesn't drink anything, he won't last long. Okay, let's give everybody water. And give Ted some food. And I believe we are now out of soup. The other day we heard a quiet knock on our door, but when we opened it, we only found a suitcase on the doorstep, and there was no one around. It isn't signed, but it sure looks like it was meant for us. Should we check inside? Yeah. Day 21. Inside the suitcase we found some soup, but yuck, it expired a long time ago. We're not feeling very well. Some of us spent the whole morning using the bucket in the corner. We're not accepting anonymous gifts ever again. Tim is very hungry. Timmy fell sick. Ted's stomach is rumbling. We have no food. No med kit. And only a little bit of water left. Well, I'm gonna have to do without. Someone paid us a visit today. It was an overly cheerful red-haired woman, accompanied by a grumpy-looking mercenary type who was probably her guard. She told us she was a trader and eagerly showed us the items she had brought along. She offers a gun for the suitcase and a med kit for the cards. Yeah. Oh, I can only do one. The med kit. Day 22. We managed to work out a deal. The woman also gave us some tips about surviving in the wasteland, but her advice seems pretty useless. We already know that radiation is dangerous, and that hitting a rat with a stick will eventually kill it. We thanked her and said our goodbyes. Timmy is very hungry. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Yeah, medkit. Timmy has been sitting there just staring into space. Something wrong? Maybe it would be good to have a little chat with him. Sure, let's chat with Timmy. Day 23. Even a word or two may be enough to brighten someone's mood. Timmy seems to be better now. Timmy should eat something. Some water for Timmy would be nice. Timmy was cured. Timmy is rested. Ted is hungry. Ted is really thirsty. Give Ted water. Yep. This is insane. We keep finding spiders everywhere. They're in our soup, they're in our water. We swear some of them keep coming back, and they are bigger every time we see them. It can't go on like this. It's time to wage war on these spiders. Except we used our bug spray. Well, huh. Day 24. We decided we could get rid of those spiders with our bare hands, feet, and whatever other body parts we could use for lethal anti-spider attacks. Unfortunately, we've underestimated their chances. They're really fast. All we achieved was getting tired. Maybe we'll have more luck next time. Timmy's very hungry. Timmy's in terrible shape. We need to give him water. Now. Timmy's really tired. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted is really tired. Well, let's give Timmy the last of our water and hope somebody comes back soon. We're closed off in a tiny shelter and our supplies are very limited. If we want to survive, it's time for desperate measures. We know there's a group of elderly people hiding in the ruins of the local retirement home. They must have some supplies, and in our opinion, we need them more. The well-being of your family is the most important thing in the world, right? Yeah. Day 25. Oh, Dolores is back. Ew, that's not good. Bloody handprint. We got what we needed and came back. We're sure that group will do just fine. Most probably. Yeah, absolutely. One med kit. We were glad to see Dolores come back, safely from the wasteland. Where to go for supplies? What a silly question. To the store, of course. We decided that bombs don't matter that much, and our favorite store should still be our #1 stop for groceries. We found it, or at least what was left of it. Most food on the shelves was outdated and rotten. A lot of eggs were smashed on the floor. Guess what? Soup cans don't expire until 2015. Good for us. We found a shelf with a big sign that read everything for 99 cents. The only thing left were bottles of water. Huh? Expensive. For water. Timmy's diet needs food. It's today or never. Dolores has barely any strength left. If she doesn't eat tonight, she will not last till morning. Dolores is really tired. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Food and water for everybody. It seems quiet outside. Maybe it's safe, maybe it's not. We won't know till we go out, but nobody's in any condition to go out right now. We were admiring the radioactive landscape when we saw a young woman dressed in ragged camo clothing. She had a nasty-looking rifle, but she hailed us in a polite enough manner. She claims to be a hunter, tracking a big mutated spider. She ran out of ammo and told us that if we were to help her out, she would pay us back in a while. Well, we don't have any use for the ammo. Well, if we can help someone else survive. Day 26. I hear someone knocking. She couldn't have heard us, but she didn't. That counts for something, so we rewarded her with our spare ammo. Let's see if she keeps her word. Timmy should eat something. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Ted is hungry. Yeah. Soup, everyone. And move on. We're not certain of the situation. Trip could be risky, but we could really use supplies. It's so easy to escalate silly arguments, and close quarters don't help. We were chatting, and then suddenly we were fighting and fighting. Let's just hope we get over this soon. Meow. Day 27. There is nothing better than the quiet after the storm. Or was it the other way around? Timmy should eat something. Dolores would really love to eat something. Dolores is pretty fatigued. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Yep, food for everyone. Yeah, still nobody's in condition to go out. But Playing a game or two might be a good way to relieve the mood and take our minds off the problems of today and tomorrow. And hey, playing games is good for you, so why not give it a try every now and then? Day 28. We thought playing the silent game would be a good idea. The silence was too annoying and we quickly stopped. Timmy should eat something. Timmy prefers apple juice, but right now we should get him some water. Timmy is pretty fatigued. Dolores has not eaten, Dolores will not last long without water, and Ted's stomach is rumbling. Food and water. It's about time we chose someone to scavenge the remains. Yeah, there's nobody available. Day 29. Timmy should eat something. Dolores is rested. Ted is pretty fatigued. Well, let's give Timmy some soup and then move on. Oh, good. Dolores is in pretty good shape. Let's get her ready to go scavenging. We couldn't get a clear signal from the radio until midday, but after we tuned in on a military broadcast, we were left speechless. Not only did they not deliver on the evacuation promise, they also ordered us to dispose of all of our firearms before the military arrives to save us. Who asks such a thing of an American? Who? Day 30. Since we didn't have a gun to begin with, soldiers shouldn't have any issues with us. Timmy is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. Dolores is doing quite well, or she just couldn't find anything to complain about today. Ted is not complaining today, at least not very much. Time to ration supplies. I'm going to give everyone water today, and move on. Enough sitting around, it's time to visit the surface and look for some additional supplies. Let's send Dolores. What are we going to send her with today? Next, checkerboard, medkit, gas mask map. Let's send her with the flashlight. No, nothing. Hand? Nothing. Okay. Day 31. Timmy is on his best behavior. How long will it last? Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she makes it back safe, and there isn't much going on with Ted. We're going to hold off on that for today. During the night, we heard some suspicious sounds coming from behind our door. When we peeked out in the morning, we saw a leather suitcase. It has no address or name on it, but we're pretty sure it was meant for us. Should we open it? Yeah, I'll try it again. Day 32. There's no such thing as too much water nowadays. We inspected it thoroughly after taking it out of the suitcase, but it looks absolutely harmless and purified. We hope we get to meet this generous stranger one day and thank him or her personally for keeping our family well hydrated. One water. No news is good news. Nothing going on with Timmy. Ted's not complaining. At least not very much. Time to ration. Let's give everybody some water since we got some. And yeah. We have plenty of distant relatives, but none of them mean as much to us as Auntie Ada. She lives in the country, so there's a good chance she's still configuring her cow counting machine and not worrying about nukes raining down on her hen house. Too bad we don't have a photo of her, or do we? We put some photos into books a while ago, after that giant coffee spill incident. Well, let's see if we put it in the Boy Scout book. Day 33. We did. The photo we were looking for was stuck between the pages of the Scout Handbook. What a lucky coincidence. It's a bit blurry, but it's still a wonderful surprise. Despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble we're going through, Timmy is being very brave. No new problems are troubling Ted this fine morning. on. Yep, just move on. It's not the best time or place to make plans for the future, but we can't help thinking about what can make of this terrible situation. Is our house still standing? Or we have to move to some forsaken hole like Toronto? Day 34. Oh, Dolores is back. With a gun, apparently. Maybe moving away won't be too bad. We can probably make new friends, meet new people, provided anyone is still alive, that is. We were glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. Our little trip to the surface might have been spotted and followed. We should be more careful next time. The sweet, sweet prospect of government aid. Hey, we're no commies. But certainly planned help during the apocalypse is something we're really looking forward to. Our expedition exited the shelter right before the airdrops started falling out of the sky. One of the food drops broke in midair, and now it's raining soup. Luckily for us, a few cans survived the fall. Some crates were filled with very weird stuff. Why did they drop a crate full of rubber ducks? At least one of the smaller crates had a few water bottles in it. A bunch of folks were having a gunfight over several crates of dropped supplies. Our group emerged victorious and chased off their opponents. One of the guns from the fight was left behind. Timmy is on his best behavior. Dolores has not eaten for a while, and Ted is hungry. So let's water everyone, and we'll feed Ted and Dolores. It doesn't look like anybody's in any state to go out yet. So this is what it comes down to. Sitting idly in the shelter with very few supplies and a growing sense of impending doom. If only there was something we could do about it, like breaking into our neighbor's shelter. We know the lock is broken, and we saw her restocking the shelter before the bomb fell. Should we go and check it out? She and her children probably didn't even make it there, right? No. Day 35. We're no bandits. Sure, we need supplies, but not at the cost of others. We won't bother these people. A man who takes canned soup from another is not worthy to taste that soup. Let's just hope that everyone else out there is as decent as our family. Timmy is very hungry, Dolores would love to eat, and Ted seems fine. So we'll feed Timmy and Dolores. And yeah, that's good. But nobody's in any condition to go out now. Day 35. You would expect a nuclear explosion would be enough to quench any petty arguments. When the future is not looking too pretty and all you see is naked walls, not much is necessary for an explosion. It happened. We started fighting like crazy. Day 36. We could barely sleep after all the arguing. Let's hope this won't happen again. Timmy seems okay, as much as he can be in a current situation. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Ted has rested. Oh, so let's feed Dolores. Water everyone. Let's give Ted some food too, so we can send him out healthy. It's been a while, but there was another message from the military on the radio. They want us to send one person out to meet them. Sounds like some kind of precaution or a trick. We hope we know what we're getting into. Who should we send? Well, I guess we're sending Ted. Ooh, that beard's getting real fluffy. Day 37. We managed to make it to the meeting in time. We tried our best to answer the questions the soldiers asked us. Let's hope we fulfilled their expectations and our ragged appearance didn't make a bad impression. Ted has returned safely. Timmy's fine. Dolores would love to eat. Ted says there's no need to worry about him. He's okay. So, let's feed Dolores. Yeah, and move on. Seems awful quiet outside. Maybe it's safe. Yeah, let's see if we can get some more supplies. We'll send out Ted. How about that trip to Nevada we've been postponing for a while now? Maybe we should go there. That's our first stop after we get out of here. Day 38. Let's just leave all those questions be for now. Timmy is good. Today is relatively calm for Dolores, and Ted seems to be doing alright. We need to make a choice for today's expedition. Let's send Ted. Oh, should we have him take something? We have a gun but no ammo, so that's kind of useless. Just send him out like that. Day 39. Timmy doesn't need much. He should drink. There has to be some water left. Dolores should get it. And Ted is left for the surface. So let's water everyone. Move on. The wasteland is full of surprises. Like this man on the other side of our door knocking and claiming that he's willing to offer a lot for decent ammunition. Shall we trade? We don't have any ammunition. But he seems to want a checkerboard. Well, let's see what he wants for the checkerboard. Day 40. Knock, knocking. We offered checkers instead of ammunition. The visitor was quite confused and tried to explain to us what ammunition is. We pretended to understand nothing. It was very amusing until he left with our checkerboard. Asshole. Timmy may not like it. Timmy may not look like it, but he's a strong young boy. He's doing just fine. The report about Dolores. This is where it would have been. Written. Just move on. Our situation is getting worse every day. We can see the hunger and desperation in each other's eyes. We know a teacher from a local school rescued a bunch of kids when the bomb fell. We also know what kind of supplies are in the school shelter. As part of the community, we helped stock it for an emergency. So technically they're ours, right? Should we reclaim them in our hour of need? No. Yeah, I somehow gained a conscience after taking on the retirement home. Day 41. We're no bandits. Sure, we need supplies, but not at the cost of others. We won't bother these people. A man who takes canned tomato soup from another is not worthy to taste that soup. Let's just hope that everybody else out there is as decent as our family. Timmy is very hungry and Dolores has rested. Let's give Timmy a bit of soup. And yeah, move on. That trash can of ours is getting disgusting. The good news is we don't have much of an appetite when we see it, so we're saving some food. Yet for some reason we would like to tidy this mess up. Those giant green cockroaches are a pretty good motivator. Ooh, I guess we could hit them with the Boy Scout manual. Day 42. That was close. A nest of those glowing bugs might have been more than enough to drive us out into the wasteland. Roaches are the worst, but radioactive roaches? Yikes. Timmy needs water, Dolores needs water, so let's give everybody water and move on. When we heard a knock on the door this morning, we held our breath in fear, but we soon heard children's voices coming from outside. We decided to open up. It turned out the voices belonged to a pair of Girl Scouts. They used to sell cookies, but they have branched out and now they offer other items. Smart girls. So they're offering a checkerboard for the lock, and they offer ammunition for the gas mask. Let's do the ammunition for the gas mask. Day 43. Oh, look who's back. The girls were very kind, and their prices were more than fair, so we gladly accepted their offer. How very clever of them to keep their business alive even after the apocalypse. We're impressed. Ted has safely returned from his voyage to the surface. We believe that our expedition to the wasteland must have been followed by strangers. We should be more cautious next time. The local school is a big building a mile away from our house. Nobody liked that place. The atomic blast didn't change that. Now, without windows and a few walls remaining, it looks even more unpleasant. Pleasant or not, it seemed like a good spot to hunt for some useful supplies. The biology class at an aquarium. The fish had died since Snow had fed them, but the aquarium water could still be drinkable. There was enough for a few bottles. Ugh. The PE teacher was a World War II veteran. He kept some of his war trophies and memorabilia in his office at the school. This included grenades, a bazooka, and a fully functioning gas mask. Oh wow, we just traded one of those away. Timmy seems okay. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Ted is hungry. Ted is really tired. I want cake. God, there isn't much soup left. Feed Ted and Dolores. Yep. On our way back from the last expedition, we noticed some drawings on a half-ruined wall nearby. It's a very crude map of our town, and one place was marked with a X. Maybe it's somebody's secret stash of soup. Shall we go and check? Yeah, why not? Said Dolores. Day 44. Lucky find. We were afraid the map was a trap, leading us straight to a camp full of bandits, but it turned out to be true. At the end of the path, we found some supplies that might be helpful to us. More bug spray. We were glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. It might sound paranoid, but we think someone followed us. Let's hope this doesn't happen again. Timmy's good, Dolores would like to eat, and Ted is hungry. I've only got enough soup for one person. Let's give it to Ted. Yeah. Not certain of the situation on the surface. Trip could be risky. Oh, we could send Timmy? Huh. Okay. Let's prep. We've always wanted to throw a party with a huge cake. For some reason, it never worked. One time we were promised a great cake, and it turned out it was a lie. That was a disappointment. We weren't glad. We're definitely getting a cake when the radioactive clouds are gone. Day 45. Maybe moving away won't be too bad. We can probably make new friends, meet new people, provided anyone is still alive, that is. Timmy is thirsty, Dolores isn't eaten, Ted's stomach is rumbling. Okay, so Timmy and Ted will get water. Yep. And we're gonna send Timmy out, we could give him the rifle. Yeah, why not? Let's give the kid the rifle. Day 46. Timmy went out in the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. And he took the rifle. Dolores is hungry. She needs water. Ted is hungry. So let's give Dolores some water. We're out of food, and yeah. Time to listen to some radio chatter. Maybe we'll pick up on some useful shred of information on how to get out of this mess. Day 47. Some friendly soul on the radio was talking about a supply pack she'd lost during a trip through our town. We immediately realized she must have driven through our street. We rushed out and got to the package before anyone else. 2 water and a soup. Dolores is hungry, so let's feed them both. And yeah, move on. It's not easy to be calm in these circumstances. Hopefully we will keep our peace, or else we might need to act like wolves. Survival of the fittest and all. Day 48. Some mornings we feel a bit hopeless. We need to pull ourselves together and be more optimistic. The army can't be far. Dolores is hungry. Ted is thirsty. Okay. So let's water Ted and feed Dolores and move on. We woke up to the sound of banging on our door. Someone has been at it like there's no tomorrow. In a manner of speaking, that might be true. Shall we open the door? Yeah, why not? The end. It's the army! I think. I hope. Maybe? We've waited a long time for this moment. Words can't express how we felt when we saw these soldiers enter our humble shelter. We're safe, finally safe. What will tomorrow bring? We don't know, but it's sure going to be better than this. We spent 49 days in our shelter. Yeah. And we lost one person. Wow. Ugh. I survived!
Felt me like a Hellcat.